So it's 4:15 a.m. right now, and I have just finished the audiobook of Heaven by mieko Kawakami, and I'm devastated, like, to say the least. I couldn't sleep. I was supposed to sleep at 2. I was going to bed listening to that audiobook. I don't know why I was doing it to myself, but I don't know. I'm too perplexed to talk, but I just wanted to vent it out somewhere. So I'll probably try and get some sleep and then get my head right and then do a book review of it. But I have to do it. I have to make a book review of this. This is huge. This is the type of book that we readers say have changed our lives, and I have to talk about it. That's all.
Well, it's been 15-16 hours since I finished reading Mieko Kawakami's Heaven. I technically didn't read it. I was listening to the audio story, and well, it is the very first time that I recorded myself after finishing a book, because for myself I wanted to capture the emotion that I was going through at that time, and how devastated I was. So I have to take myself to the book fair and have a good day to, bring me back to my original being. It was devastating. I was traumatized. I was mind fucked, to say the least. And well, let me disintegrate the whole thing for you. Mieko Kawakami's book Heaven, it delves deep into the concept of bullying, and we get into the minds of 15-16-year-old teenagers who are suffering through horrid physical and mental trauma that is being caused to them by the bullies of their school, and how it affects their personality, how it affects in shaping the human being they become, how it damages their soul, how they start believing that it is happening to them because of certain reason and they cannot really do anything about it. Well, I always felt like after so much, when people have, say, understanding parents, or like they know they have good teachers, then why cannot a person go out or reach out? Well, while I was reading it, while I was experiencing what goes inside their head, I could somewhere realize that it is obviously easier said than done. I have always found this concept of bullying very harsh. I still find it really difficult to absorb these kind of concept, because for me the idea of a school is like a second home. It's a place where a child is supposed to feel at home, at comfort, that age, that the childhood, which we call it, or the young adult age, the teenage, that is supposed to be the best experience of our life, because after a certain point we have our own struggles to deal with. But when kids of this age have to go through something so horrible, it kind of sends chills down my spine. I cannot put it into words that how heartbroken I feel about it. And that is the reason that I like to read about it, to explore more about it, that how this thing is still prevalent, how it is still affecting people, and how it is shaping a human being, how it is making them who they are. So Mieko Kawakami's Heaven is basically about it. There are two kids, a girl and a guy, who are in their 14-15 age group, and they both are heavily bullied because of certain physical features and social, and also kind of personality that they have. And they both start believing that it is happening to them for some reason. And surprisingly, both of them, who kind of go through the similar things, they have their own different narratives of why it is happening to them and how they are supposed to deal with it. And it is beautiful and heartbreaking at the same time, when the two kids who are being thoroughly bullied, they kind of start seeing comfort in one another, and eventually there is a fallout, and how things turn out at the end of the day, how they struggle through it, how they walk through the incident of their lives. I really don't have a plot to explain about because there is nothing much happening, to be exact, but it is about, it's heavily character driven. The two characters, the two major characters, and even the bullies, there is a certain insight of what goes inside their head, so you can just absorb in all the kind of mindsets that runs parallel about the same concept, and how they are kind of true in their own unique way. So yeah, that this book is gonna remain with me, is gonna stay with me for many obvious reasons. It have changed a lot of things in my head. It have made me realize that life doesn't come as easy as it comes to a certain people, and a certain people who are defied of the joy that we take so granted in our lives, but it is not the same kind of experience for everyone. This book have made me certainly more accepting towards a lot of things. This book have made me think and rethink about human beings and their ways in life. It have made me look beyond my own comfort zone and think of the people who survive in this world with their own unique experiences, and how the personality of a man or a woman is shaped out of the things that they go through. So for many reasons, this book is life changing for me. This book is gonna stay in my head. It's gonna make me think and rethink. And again, I have one book which is now my favorite, but I will probably not recommend to anyone because I know that how heartbreaking and earth-shattering it is, how traumatizing it is, how you're gonna have sleepless nights after reading it because you're gonna think about it and it's gonna be heartbreaking. So yeah, that was one of a kind experience for me. So yeah, that will be all. With this, I'm ending the video. I have already talked a lot. I usually take this much time when I'm talking about 3-4 books, but I had to do it for myself. I had to do it for the readers who are reading for getting a better idea of this world. So I had to put this video out there for them. So I hope that someday you might pick up this book and it will make a different person out of you when you finish reading it. It will be something life-changing. And if you have read it, I would like to know your views and takes on it. Please put them down in the comments. And if you haven't, then I don't want to recommend this, as I said, but if you ever decide to, then let me know. We can talk about it and share our views. So that will be all, guys. Bye.